Today being the 26th on a beautiful Tuesday here in Marshaba. It takes the death of a lady in Baker's Bay to bring up cross sweeping changes. Imagine those people over there paying some $3.5 million for property. Their homes cost up from 5 to 15 million. And Baker's Bay, according to Kai, will be responsible for the lady's death because when those people bought into that property, they were supposed to have a helicopter there, helipad, for immediate evacuation in case of an emergency. 10 years later, Baker's Bay didn't bring those things to all those rich people that they promised. So you see, Baker's Bay is not only disrespecting the people of this country and the Bahamas, but they're also disrespecting the people that bought into that property with a promise of hospital, helipad, and the other things. And I've already seen where this going. The only way you're going to change anything with Baker's Bay after the people of the Bahamas went overboard, the people of Marshaba showed the government. I said, look here, you can see one of the Baker's Bay illegal boats going across the harbor as we speak, right on the back of that sailboat. And you imagine, for y'all that is Tom Brady fan, Tom Brady of the New England Patriots, he's in Baker's Bay. Imagine one of those captains sink a boat or get in an accident with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady will find out with his billionaire wife on board with their kids that Baker's Bay doesn't even have a license to operate these fast ferry in this country for over 14 years. Baker's Bay has been running an illegal pickup service from the Marshaba Airport for 14 years. And let one of those big name players like Tom Brady and his wife get killed, God forbid that they get killed or injured, then the government of the Bahamas is also liable because the Bahamas government knows that Baker's Bay has no license, pay no national insurance, so if they don't have no license, it's impossible for them to get insurance. And another thing, the duty paid on these boats. Baker's Bay break all the rules. They actually, sometime when they get busy, they bring American captains, no work permit, and they're transporting some of the most lucrative guest business people in the world that comes here without any regards to our law. And as a Bahamian, we all was expecting so much more, and we're still expecting that the persons that we elect would go and battle on behalf of us, and to make sure that the commerce can flow down through the mom and pop shop in North Abaco, because we know that there is not much commerce there. The only thing that the F&M government had put there is the port that has been dormant for 8 years. So the business opportunities are here. You imagine us getting a ferry license to carry people $175 a person. And the problem is not Baker's Bay, you know. Every company try to go by the rules in Abaco. This is a Bahamian company. Everybody get a license. Nobody would blatantly go and break the law as a Bahamian businessman. So that is what's so mind-boggling. And Kai keeps talking about Baker's Bay, a beautiful property. But what happens to the people that run Baker's Bay, not Michael Melman, the chairman, because he don't know. These guys got a company within a company. Immigration, we had one in court the other day. He doesn't even know what his title is. But all he knows is that he's taking care of homes $60,000 a year for him to house sit. This fella has no work permit to be in Baker's Bay house sitting for 60,000. You imagine him getting 5 or 6 of them houses? That is why they're trying to keep Bahamians that have half a brain out there. If you have some brains and you speak out, you're out of there. But you know what happens if they get in an accident on those boats? Baker's Bay will put all the blames on the captain, throw them under the bus, fire them immediately, give them no benefit, you're on your own, while they try to pick up the pieces and put the blame on the Bahamian captains. That is what I see going to happen in the near future, until somebody in the ports department do what Bahamians is paying them to do. The minister responsible is not being responsible in his portfolio, because after we have shown him that these persons has no legitimate leg to stand on to transport people by land and sea, and it continues to happen 14 years later. And then we talk about the power station that Baker's Bay built illegally. The law says, this is the law of the Bahamas, this ain't Kai law. The law of the country, as we look out there in the ocean, the law of the country said that no person can occupy a home unless they are got an occupancy certificate from Bahama Power and Light. 150 homes in Baker's Bay is breaking the law. And nobody, everybody that we have put and elected to be in power is turning the blind eye. You imagine Jeff Jones, 14 years this guy has been selling property. Now he's reselling, and any Bahamians that get in his way, he gets rid of them. And this guy has no real estate license in this country nor America. And he's braggadocious to Kai Mills about he have already made $14 million. Got 2 homes in Baker's Bay, while Perry Christie and Hubert Ingram, to my knowledge, has not a home in Baker's Bay, nor they own a property, but they let an American that came here on a little rickety boat sell all these properties without any legitimate work permit, real estate license, and he continues to do it to the day. That is my cry. I've never seen a country, both governments, that allow foreigners to break all the rules when Bahamians company has to abide by the law. They have to have their license. They have to have an adjuster to look at the boat to see if the boat is ready for taking people, customers. And we got people like Tom Brady and the rest of them going on these illegal transport, and everybody that the Bahamian people pay to make sure that everybody adhere to the rules of law and is fair pay. How come Albrecht Ferry and G&L and even Bahama Fast Ferry could pay their dues, and Baker's Bay carrying the most lucrative people, $175 a person, half an hour ride to Baker's Bay for 14 years, and not a policeman, not a port authority, not an immigration, not nobody that's in the authority have stepped to the plate and said enough is enough. Right today, Baker's Bay car is the only car that drive up and down the Marsh Harbor Road without any tag on them, 0 tag, because the government of the Bahamas in the Heads Agreement did not and would not and should not have given no resort the rights to transport people We are taking less soon. 20 years we have never had a raise in our taxi in Abaco. 20 years. And the money is there. Baker's Bay cars getting $100 a trip when the government said we could only get 20, and they're paying no taxes, and everybody is turning a blind eye. That is what you call a country without laws. It's unbelievable. But on the day of the 26th of March, it continues. Baker's Bay, one of the most lawless states in a state. It's a country within a country, and the rules, they change the rules in our country called the Bahamas. That could never have happened in America. That could never have happened in Jamaica. That could never have happened in Barbados. That could have never happened in Haiti. One thing is, you may say what you like and talk down about them Haitians. When they go to protest, they make sure they don't stop protesting until the Prime Minister resigns. Boy, that would be a beautiful thing in this country if we had the internal fortitude to keep pressing until we meet our goal, that we have a country that the rule applies to all and sundries, not just the rich elite that here on vacation. They don't have to pay taxes, but every Bahamian have to pay taxes. That's unacceptable. Just Kai Mills here. Just let you know how I feel about a country that allow people to come here and evade taxes and take the jobs, legitimate jobs, that belongs to Bahamian. Kai Cares on WCAY. Head Marshaba at the Union Jack dock that soon will be filled to capacity with people. You're live on WCAY. Marshaba.